do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7, but that means that wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent, you compare its combat. The higher your machine's combat power, so finding the right terrain is an essential strategy. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacked, it's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, my machine is standing on grassland. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in, so my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do... Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, it can also help grab your other piece and place it in front of my set. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grass. This means my machine can't use their... But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to... Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has, which means my machine gets an extra. If we compare the combat, you'll see that you won't be, whenever you're unable to top an opponent's, you can still choose to attack and break their, go ahead, try it out. See? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great to deal damage to several. Useful, right? There's still one more thing I want to... All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add. However, this is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But this is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest. Here, let me show you. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play. Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose each one is worth it, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your. Knowing what each building an army that match is the key. When assembling your army, there are a few. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4. With that in mind, most players will how far they can move or how. But a real strike player will be looking at them. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine. In other words, if you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the a melee type machine attacks the first enemy. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward so we can take a look at. Let's go. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has this is a your opponent if they have. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including. So make sure you take a good look at the board before. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want. If you look at your note, you'll notice this particular machine has one of. There's quite a few of those, but I'm pretty sure you've got more. It's got all the tips and tricks. I think that about does it for now, so. Let's play. Your move, Red. Okay, let's see. Your turn. Time to get serious. Looks like you're down to one piece. One less piece on the board. I'm up. Board's all yours. Oh, I thought I had that one. Let's do this! That's it for me. Time to make my move. You're up, Red. Well, that's done now. My turn. Ah, off the board it goes. That was brutal. Time to get serious. Ah, knocked right off the board. That was a surprise. You got me down to one piece. I am impressed. I'm up. Board's all yours. Now that was a game, even if I lost. Here we go. Time to make my move. You're up, Red. That was brutal. That's it for me. Ah, off the board it goes. One less piece on the board. Thank the forge you hit armor. Okay, let's see. Your move, Red. Hey! I like that piece where it was. Well, that's done now. My turn. Knocked right off the board. Knocked right off the board. That was brutal. Your turn. Time to make my move. Just one piece left. That sure dampens the forge. Ah, looks like I lost. This is gonna be fun. Your turn. My turn. Board's all yours. Armor is your best friend in this game, I'm telling you. Well, that's done now. Time to get serious. Your move, Red. You are on a roll. Ah, off the board it goes. One less piece on the board. Ah, off the board it goes. Oh, guess you're done, huh? Good luck. That's it for me. Okay, let's see. You're up, Red. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot! Well, that's done now. That was brutal. Knocked right off the board. I'm up. One less piece on the board. I was hoping you wouldn't do that. Well, that's done now. Time to make my move. Your move, Red. Oh, seriously? One less piece on the board. Time to get serious. Off the board it goes. Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say. Come back anytime, Red.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Yeah, I saw. They won't let anyone up the old trailhead southwest of here.
And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. Never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Karja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
So the Bristlebacks and the Daunt.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those Bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could Bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the Bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
About that, I think the Bristlebacks came out of Olvin's old mine.
Now there's a spark that could light a fire. Can you prove it?
I'm working on it.
By the forge. Grab my ear if you nail it down.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Karja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Karja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for... what, exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law-breaking.
Who is this Tolland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Olvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Tolland works for Olvind?
Ha! Olvin might think so, but Talon scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Carja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Carja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
Petra said Talon has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
You might have beaten me, but you're still welcome to keep trading.
Okay.
Good luck out. There.
I should go.
I'll be here if you...
Oh, hey! Look at her go! Ah, finally!
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon! Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm off! Oh, just stop talking.
Where were we? So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Actually,
But you're just nuts! I am with a customer!
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red.
How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking.
yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower?
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Involving explosives?
Ba-boom!
And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh. Tell me more about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it. And I am on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity.
Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better. Namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working model.
Well, for starters, I'll need...
Charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down. Otherwise, they break.
But the real innovation, and keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here. Blow it sky high.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have a deal.
Hey, I thought you'd left by now.
How's the hunting and
Getting the...
What can I do?
Remind me.
You want me to reveal my...
A fang horn. And don't forget the charger horns.
What she... Keep it to yourself.
I'll be on my...
Don't be a stranger.
Easy there, Red.
Shit off the horns. I have to try again. If I find where these machines are made, I might... Horn? I should have enough charger horns for Della and Boomer. Just need a rib from that fang horn they were talking about. so that Fanghorn should be nearby. There's the Fanghorn. Gonna have to take it down to get its rib. Should be able to harvest its rib. Got everything I need for John Boomer. Now, to see about that. I'll need these later, for sure. Washed off some of the sweat. I can get data to override machines from cauldrons. Just need to find one. Switch it up. I think I can climb up this cliff. Wonder if there's anything interesting at the top. Make an interesting color for my armor. An old Karja watchtower. I don't know what's inside. This pigment would work well on armor. Okay, almost there. Made it. And there's another one of those devices. A lens. Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later. I can almost see the entire... I'll save this for a dyer. Stash this away for later. Got everything I need for Della and Boomer. Now, see about that weapon of theirs. Refreshing, I guess. Time to fight.
Can't be.
I know that look. You've got all the parts, haven't you?
Here you go.
Outstanding! I only need a few minutes to finish the prototype.
I'll take the version that won't blow my arms off. Thanks. Hi.
So did you blow up any machines to get the parts? Or any bandits?
You really like explosions, huh?
Here we go.
With the boomsticks?
Oh, you betcha.
Is it safe?
Probably.
Can I have one?
No!
Aw.
'Cause we're gonna make you something even better.
Ba-boom!
Hey, Red!
What about a roadcaster?
Who are you meant to be then?
Hey, Red! How's the javelin thrower treating you?
Hope you're having a blast.
How fast can you go? Show me! How goes it, Hammerhead? What?
It's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed it myself with a harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing, and it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way. Away with you. Got no time for Karja sympathizers.
Come to think of it, what happened to that hammer you lost? What? I wasn't paying attention.
Carja taking a
Those
beating.
people are under attack.
Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Not my job. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for Chainscrape. Not looking good, folks.
More machines on their way. Get to safety. I'll handle the rest.
Go, Lakasha! I'll help the Nora!
Oh, let's see the savior of Meridian in action.
That's the last of them. Better check on the refugees.
Guess the show's over.
Well, won't have to worry about running out.
Is it bad, Lakasha?
Shh, now. Everything will be fine.
Is everyone okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs. And as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear. For now, we wait.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else. Your people need shelter. There's a town east of...
Chainscrape. Yes. We know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new home. The fallen storm bird is an omen, he said. And of course, it must be.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns. He will return. He must.
You're Shadow Carja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Carja in shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were difficult. Savohar saw our misery, lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless kestrels. When their rule ended, Savohar led us from the Shadowlands. The long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to salvation, he said. And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of him. We must walk in twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh. There's an Oseram in Chainscrape, Tolland. He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man, even by Oseram standards. He made all manner of threats. But we will not be intimidated.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang will show up.
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and—
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try. Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long. But he will guide us through. He always has. We have faith.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern. Look at yourselves. Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike. You're in danger here. You need to grab Savohar and get out.
Our situation. This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us, I don't...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move on.
But his meditation... If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days.
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Let the Nora pass.
Looks like I should head up.
We will guard the path until you return.
Part of the ladder. Lakasha was right. The trail's in bad shape. This looks recent. Must have broken off with... Savohar climbed up here. think I can reach those beams if I jump against the cliff. This tastes as good as it looks. Ladder must have broken off after Savahar passed through. I need to find another way up. Don't find green shine too often. Broken bridge. I might be able to make the jump to the other side. That's a lot of blood. Savahar's? There's the Stormbird. Getting closer. Machines. Savahar must have snuck past them. I could probably slip past them. Or take them out. Find a cauldron to learn how to ride machines. That's all of them. Something to put out? There's Sabohar. In pretty bad shape.
The true sun above me. The true sun before me. Show me the way this eventide. The true sun above me.
You must be Sabohar.
The true sun before me. Show me the way this eventide. No. No. The vessel must be empty for the coming vision.
You don't need a vision. You need medical attention. On the way up, I saw parts of the trail had given way. Is that how you hurt yourself?
My pain. All part of the ritual.
You're hurt bad. And your people are running out of time. Staring at the Stormbird isn't solving anything.
You don't understand the omen. It fell here at the beacon. I just need to see the Twilight Path. And my people will find their home.
Listen. Lakasha is doing the best she can down there, but... machine attacks. Angry Oseram. The Order is scared, Savar.
The last rays of eventide will burn away their fear.
I don't think so. What do you think's gonna happen here? If you sit long enough, the sun will show you something?
A path to a new home. The fallen machine can only mean that the storm has passed. And salvation is at hand.
Or some Oseram shot it, and it hit an old tower. Look, I think you punctured a lung. You can't heal it with prayer.
The sun will provide. And I will not lose faith.
I'd be more concerned about losing blood. Your people are worried about you. They need shelter, security.
True sun above me. true sun before me. Show me the way. This eventide.
I think you've been staring at your salvation this whole time.
The true sun above me.
Gotta get over to that Stormbird. Grab its heart. Stormbird heart is valuable. Enough to feed all the refugees waiting below. And his answer is sunstroke and a prayer? Why does every priest I meet think blind faith is the answer to everything? You get a strong color out of this. The Osram that was watching the refugees probably went to get Tolland. I gotta get them out of here before he comes back. There. The Order should be able to afford shelter with this heart. Some food and a change of clothes wouldn't hurt either. Another lens. I'll tuck this away for now.
Savahar? How you holding up?
I need to get back over there. Savahar? I guess you did the best you could. Rest easy now. I'll make sure your people are safe. I should let Lakasha know. And give her the Stormbird heart.
Come on. Don't make this difficult.
Who's Tolland?
Get out of
the
the
thugs.
way.
No.
I'm a generous gent. So I'll give you one more chance to make it easy on yourselves and clear out.
We won't let you pass, Oseram. If you choose bloodshed, that's on your conscience.
Ain't it just like the Carja to make things harder than they have to be? Okay, boys. You heard her. Get your consciences ready.
Hold on now, Tolland.
You again? Listen, I'm all out of patience here. I clipped that Stormbird's wings. The salvage is mine. I don't care who gets in my way. Nora savages or shadow cars or fleabags. I'm taking it.
Well, from what I hear, the law says that whoever gets the salvage first keeps it. Which in this case is me. Am I right?
You took the heart? I shot that Stormbird! Me!
Am I right?
She's right, boss.
Blasted love, shut up! Okay. You win. Hey, I'm doing fine. I don't need that salvage anyhow. But these people need all the help they can get. Come on, boys. Back to Chainscrape. I need a drink.
Aloy, again, we thank you.
You're welcome. Now take this heart. Use it to buy food, clothes, shelter for your people. Maybe even land to build a new home.
This is... Savahar must make these decisions.
No, I'm sorry, Lakasha. Savahar isn't coming back. He's gone. I know it's hard, but your people need a leader now. Go to Chainscrape. Talk to the forge woman there, Petra. Give her the Stormbird heart. She'll look after you and your people until you can get back on your feet. Find your path.
I'll do my best, Aloy. What choice do I have? Here, please accept this. It is modest, but I hope it helps in some small way. To Chainscrape, then.
I should dismount.
Suppose you heard back from that lazy brother of yours.
Don't you have somewhere better?
No trade?